Choose you this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Oh, this is too cool. I didn't expect this from that sunshade I put out. I was going to trim it to make it fit the window better and use the extra piece on a different window. But look at this, totally unexpected. The birds are having a little blast hopping around and exploring it. Because, you know, and it's bouncy nature and all the angles and curves and shiny and everything else. The birds are just having a little ball. And they even running over out there to the wire earlier, playing all on the wire and stuff. Man, you'd never think that something you just didn't trim off or just left hanging would be such just an amazing little developmental tool and toy for these little budgies. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. They're loving it. They're loving it. They're having the time of their life. Look at these little birds. They love it. It's all shiny and everything, and a little pattern. Oh my goodness! They just look at this. They're just having a ball. Oh, J and K, they just on display today. Look at them. And by the way, it is for real. The one on the right with the white head, you know, with the white on his head face, is definitely a male, and that's J. And the one with the yellow on the left, that's definitely a female, and it's K. They got their sears, their noses, if you will, colored out pretty well, and it's definitely a pink on K, and it's definitely turned out to a purple blue on old J over there. Very, very cool. Like I was saying, if you saw the video yesterday, the extra clip at the end you saw, I didn't have the shade up earlier in the morning. Now that they got used to it, they just, like you see, they just found a whole new dimension of exploration. Never would have expected that. Love these. And I noticed something else. My camera works so much better. It stays so much cooler and everything in here with these little sunshades. And I mean, they're made for windshields and cars. Man, this is a RV trailer thing, you know, camper, whatever. I call it a mobile home. And so, not too crazy to use that for the windows in here, but it really does. It's just, I'm gonna, you know, like I said, I just literally grabbed 4 tacks and just something to get started with, but just never expected that right there to be just so much fun and cool for the birds, even though I thought at first it was kind of annoying having it all flapping around. But the birds love it, I love it. Here's a short clip from yesterday to complete today's video.
Let's bring in Joe Concha, Fox News contributor and media opinion columnist for The Hill. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Yay! Thank goodness. And we are maskless, although we're in New York, so that we still have to wear a mask because the governor has not said we're going to drop the mask mandate. Joe, what happened? Why did the administration, out of nowhere seemingly yesterday, say, you know what? Happy days are here again. Take off the mask if you've been vaccinated.
Well, you look at the metrics, right? And I went back and I watched an interview that Dr. Fauci just did a couple of days ago on CNN, and he said that restrictions shouldn't be lifted until the U.S. is below 10,000 cases per day. The 7-day rolling average, as of yesterday, is about 36,000 new cases per day. So if we're having more than 3 times the cases, and we're not at what Dr. Fauci, who only runs the coronavirus task force, in terms of his own metrics, then why was this done? As you said, a very good question, and you wonder about the political aspect of this when you consider the gas lines in South Carolina and Georgia and Virginia and North Carolina, where a majority of gas stations are closed outright. When you see cyber infrastructure, that pipeline that supplies all those gas stations suddenly get hacked, and then perhaps a ransom, it looks like reports say, was paid in order to turn it back on. When you consider the Middle East is on fire, at least in Israel and Gaza, when you consider the border catastrophe where we had a record number of migrants encountered.
Answer the phone, Joshua!